Hi everyone, thanks for sticking with me and now watching video number 2. When I left off with video number 1, I was just going over how the weekly units are organized. So again, remember, it's going to follow the same organizational structure each week. So Monday morning, you log on and you will see the unit that becomes available. As I mentioned in the prior video, I will always open a second unit 1 week ahead of time. So if you wanted to go ahead and see what's coming in the next week, you're welcome to do that. But there's no expectation and there's no requirement that you do that. In fact, I stay focused on the week that we are in. It's just that if you wanted to look ahead, you can. So here we are in week number 1. You can see from I'll just go back to weekly units for a second. You can see that week 1 and week 2 are available. And those are the only 2 that are there now because we have not reached, week 3 yet. So when you go into your unit, and you'll see the same is true for all of them, there will be an outline of what to do, PowerPoint presentations to watch. I was leaving off talking about participation in the discussion board. I should also mention that these discussion boards are graded. They're only worth 10 points each week. So it's not a huge amount of points towards the final grade. However, if you skip all the if you skip all the discussion boards and you don't participate at all, that will significantly lower your grade. Not to mention, I will tell you that the class will be kind of boring if you're not participating in discussion boards. Okay, the other piece that you will do each week is also a homework assignment. Now, the homework assignments vary each week of the semester, so you're not doing the same thing each week. This first week, I call it a Unit 1 syllabus and Blackboard quiz. So I really just want you to have a chance to get to know where everything is in the class. I'm going to hop ahead to Unit 2 just for a second because I want to show you the homework assignment that is in Unit 2. Throughout the semester, I will ask you as part of a homework assignment to do what's called a legal news assignment. So a legal news assignment requires you to read the directions that are here about how to do a legal news. But really what I want you to do is find some article from the news that relates to our particular legal topic of that week, summarize it in a legal news article, and also define a new term from that article or from your readings, preferably a legal term. So your first legal news will actually begin in Unit 2 of the semester, but take a look and read the directions. There will be 10 of these throughout the semester. These are also only worth 10 points each, so not a lot, but again, all together, that's 100 points towards your final grade. You don't want to miss that. Plus, again, you'll have an opportunity to see how the law connects with what is happening in current events around us. There's other homework assignments throughout the semester that vary. For example, when we get to our unit on how corporations work, you will do a project for that unit, and you will also do a project for our employment law unit. So more about those as we get to them. Last, but certainly not least, you will take 3 exams in this class. At the end of our government unit, which is after week 3 of the semester, you'll take a test. At the end of our corporations unit, which I think is at the end of week 7 or 8, don't quote me, you'll take a second test, and then you'll do a third one as a final exam for the whole semester. But I'll make it easier for you. I will only test you on that final half of the semester. It won't be all the way back to the beginning. So there are 3 tests as well. So the good news and bad news is that there's a lot of variety in the type of work that you'll be doing this semester. So hopefully it'll never get too dull, boring, or, get bored of the same assignments. But that's what we have. So that's a little bit about how our class is organized. I just want to show you how to submit your homework. Everything we do is going to be over Blackboard. Please, please, please don't email your homework to me. I have close to 100 students this semester, and if all 100 of you are emailing me work every week, I will drown in emails. So this is really important if you've not ever taken a class like this before to see how to do the homework. So let me scroll down. Here is Unit 1 assignment. So there are some directions here that you can read through, but what you'll want to do is click here on the black part where it says Unit 1 assignment. So let me show you what it looks like. And on your end, it might look a little different on the student end, but it will show you the due date for the semester. It will also show you how many points the assignment is worth. Now, a couple of things about doing homework assignments. There is pretty much a homework assignment every week. I am a real stickler on these deadlines. That is partially because the legal profession deadlines are crucially important. You cannot be late to court with your documents. But also, it's important to me and out of respect for my class. As I just mentioned, I have close to 100 students this semester. So if I start accepting late assignments from students all semester long, I will drown in grading older homework assignments. So the due date of the assignment is when it is due. The only way to receive full credit for an assignment is to have it in before the due date. Now, I know that life happens and things get really tricky. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. I know life is still quite topsy-turvy. So you have a 1-week grace period to turn in your assignment late. It will not be for full credit, but I will still accept it and give partial credit. So you basically have a week to be late. After that 1-week mark, I don't take it late at all. Now, if you have an emergency, if something has come up, if someone in you or a family member is ill or an emergency has come up and you need an extension, please email me and just let me know and ask about it. Don't disappear. Don't just start consistently turning in assignments late. And the only way I'll know that if you need help with something or you need an extension is if you reach out to me. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't get to see you guys. I don't get to check in the same way I usually do. So I'm not evil. I promise I'm a human being. I have a lot to juggle in my own personal life also, so I understand. But it's really just out of understanding your obligations as a student are to turn in the assignments on time. If you have an issue, just let me know. The flip side of that is that I'm a pretty good grader. I don't let things sit for weeks and weeks before I get to them. So my promise to you is that I will grade and return back to you as quickly as possible also. Now, how to submit the assignment. This is really important. When you open up the assignment like this, you can see that you can actually open up the assignment as a Word document. So there are 2 ways to send the assignment back to me. One is to type your answers into this Word document that you opened on your computer or into a new Word document. Save it to your computer and then upload it here, just like you would upload an attachment to email. And then I can open it on my end. So let me say that again. You fill out the answers into the Word document that you opened, save it to your computer. You can call it, if your name is Bob Smith, you can call it Bob Smith Homework Week 1. And then you upload it as an attachment back to me here using this browse local files, and it will look like an attachment like you send on an email. That's way number 1. Way number 2 is to click here where it says Write Submission. If you open that box, you will see it opens a text box, and you can type your answers right in here and then hit Submit, and I can read them. Either way is fine. I happen to have a PC. If one of you has a Chromebook or a Mac, every once in a while I can't open a file, completely understandable. I will always email you, or sometimes what I do is I put a 0 into the assignment with a note that says, can't open the file, send another way. For example, I can't open .pages. So if you are saving something as .pages, my computer doesn't like that one. Doesn't work. But just know that those are the 2 ways to submit the assignment. If you scroll down, you'll see that says something called Add Comments. Now, you can this is purely optional. You can write a comment in here like, Dear Professor, this was the best assignment ever. You're the most amazing person ever. That would be wonderful. And that's an optional comment to me only. If you have a question about the work or anything, it's a private comment to me. No one else in the class sees it. You don't have to put a comment here, but just know that when I grade the homework, I can put a comment back to you, like great work, see my other comments, or so forth. Just please do me one favor and don't type the assignment into comments, even though it's a nice big wide box here. On my end, it comes out as this teeny little column, and I can't read what you write. So only put a comment here if you have something to tell me. Otherwise, attach it as a document or put it into the right submission. And then once you hit submit, it shows up on my end under a really nice heading called Needs Grading. Another way of saying, look at all the work Professor Sugarman has to do. So that's really it. That's the overview of the class. I hope this has been helpful to you to kind of see where everything is. I look forward to reading your discussion board posts. Truly, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out over email or post it here to the I Have a Question discussion board. And I wish us all a great, healthy, and productive semester. And it might be freezing cold today when I'm making this video, but one nice thing about the spring semester is that we always start marching a little closer to the summer. So there is that. All right, I'll see you guys all on the discussion board and have a great semester.